Welcome to an extremely secret location that's so secret I'm not even allowed to mention what it is. That's how secret it is. Yes, I'm here today because very exciting things are happening for Only Motors in 2017. We're going bigger, we're going huge. It's so big, the film crew's going to be bigger, the camera kit's going to be bigger.
Lights, camera,
action.
The amount of people that we're working with is going to be bigger. Hopefully the presenters aren't going to be bigger because otherwise I'm out of a job. Anyway, it's massive news. I asked the powers that be if they needed me here today and they went, no Tim, you're so important to Only Motors, have a day off. But I thought, no, if massive things are happening for Only Motors for you the viewer in 2017, I want to be there. So I've come with my very own camera crew, Beavis and Butthead, and today I'm going to give you an access all areas, no stone unturned, behind the scenes, where they go, we go, behind the scenes, access all areas, no stone unturned type scenario for you. So we're going to go out there and see what's happening. It's all massive. I'm very excited, but I need the toilet first. Okay, so there's guys over there, there's filming going over there, actually on the track. As I speak, there's a very flash car going by right now, so I'm breaking the rules. Let's do this, let's get in there. Does anyone know how to open the gate? Access all areas. Has anyone got any gloves? My hands are really cold. That guy's going on the track. Let's go on the track. In fact, let's interview people. Give me that thing. We're going so big, we're even using weird microphones that you point in people's faces and they feel off. There's a guy over there. I believe he's head of production, but I don't know. Hello. We have to phone people before we go on track?
Yeah.
What?
Apparently.
This is access all areas. Whatever the viewer needs, the viewer gets. Hang on. Yeah, it's still Tim. I'm at Castle Combe. Oh, no, I'm at a secret location for the big filming for Only Motors for 2017. Yeah, we need to get on track. I'm literally on track now. Is that okay? Brilliant. Cheers. It's all good. Yeah, it's all fine. It's fine. Right, Mum. I'll see you later, yeah? I'll be home for Christmas. Don't worry. See you later. Jimbo. Yeah? I'm doing it behind the scenes of Only Motors, the whole, how big it's going to be for 2017. So, this is quite a small car. So what car's this?
This is an Audi TT. Audi RS.
And you're doing some of the driving for the flash filming that we're doing?
Put your feet on that side. On the ground, just bring your seat back.
Oh, right.
No,
there's a button?
On the front, no, on the front at the back of the bar. The other side.
Ah, there we go. I think this might be good for behind the scenes if you just drive off really fast and I go, welcome to behind the scenes, right? Okay? Welcome to behind the scenes.
So as I go for a little spin in the Audi R8, let me explain to you what today is all about. Essentially, it's a tale of two camera crews. Camera Crew 1, whose mission is to achieve great shots like these of three cars that will be put through their paces on the track. And Camera Crew 2, whose mission is to show you how these shots are actually achieved and the effort that goes into an Only Motors shoot. Basically, Crew 2 follow me as I go around annoying Crew 1. Precision driving, quality cars, expert camera equipment and techniques, plus a tall bloke sticking his nose where it probably doesn't belong.
Thanks for the lift. I'm literally back where I started. So we're going to find some people and all the big camera crew. See, they're miles away. I can't be bothered with that. Only do that when you're in the safety of a secret location track. Castle Combe. Don't do it on the roads, kids. He's a nut to be on the car.
Despite it being quite a wet, miserable day, the whole Only Motors team seemed quite upbeat and excited about today's big shoot. These are the ones who you rarely see on screen, for reasons that will become fairly obvious. But why are they here, and what do they do? Let's find out, shall we?
So this is so behind the scenes, right? Even this lady here just went, do I have to look at the camera or not? No, don't worry about the cameras. So for those that are not in the know, what's your name, what do you do?
My name's Alicia.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm production assistant.
Production assistant, that just means you carry stuff, yeah? Well, I know it's a more important job than that, but what else do you...
Basically, right now I'm carrying batteries.
Okay, and this is a very secret big shoot for today, which is promoting all the stuff that's happening in 2017. What have you seen so far? Because all I've seen is Jimbo driving up and down like a mentalist.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Okay, that's all that's happened so far. And you, sir, what's your name?
My name is Marek.
Okay, what's your full name?
My name is Marek Trubała.
Okay, and how much is that worth in Scrabble?
Quite a lot, a solid 20.
Okay, what's your job? What do you do, Marek?
I'm here I'm a production assistant to the production assistant, so I just assist there.
So you're like a lackey to a lackey?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, a lackey to a lackey. Have you never heard that expression? Okay, so I'm making friends here, as we do. Oh, but there's a massive drone thing over there, so let's go and see what's happening over there. Get out my shot.
Ever-improving drone technology means that with the right technicians, dramatic panoramas, adrenaline-filled action sequences, 360-degree views, or literal bird's-eye views can be achieved with ease. Equipment such as the Aragon drone is absolutely essential if you really want to visually show off a vehicle. And we really want to show off our cars.
The thing about access all areas is you get camera people in the shots as well, because it doesn't matter. The flash shots and those incredible things that you'll see in Only Motors in 2017, they'll be occurring with the camera guys like the quadcopter over here. These are just like, you know, rough and ready, because it's like guerrilla style, this is. I'm even getting my boots dirty, and I never like getting dirty. So apparently we've got to go behind this camera here, because they're about to film with a quad camera. So everyone has to get in that area. People are pointing at me having a right go already. So you know when you see shots from the air, that's how you do it. In fact, I've got one of those because I just purchased Watch Dogs 2, only 40 quid. I bet that one's a bit more expensive. This all looks a bit serious over here.
Yep, I'm coming.
Excuse me. It all looks quite serious, but what's going on? What's your name first? I know it's Kevin, but I have to do it for the cameras. Kevin, what's your name?
Kevin.
What important job do you do here?
I'm the head of production.
What does that mean?
That means I tell everybody what to do.
Okay. Well, not everyone.
Well, not exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
There are some people who will not do what they're told.
Yeah, respect. So what's currently happening at the moment? What shots are we doing with the big thing in the sky?
Aerial shots drone shots of the Audi R8.
So the Audi R8, which is the one Jim's driving at the moment.
It is indeed.
Now, the weather conditions aren't what I would call optimum today.
Not ideal, no, this is true.
I believe I called them earlier, but we're on camera, so I won't swear. But does that make it more difficult for the camera guys, or?
Well, not really. It only makes it difficult when it rains. When it's persistently raining,
yeah,
they can't fly the drone.
Which it has been on and off, but at the moment it's all right, so we're doing okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And apparently that's the shots they're getting from the drone on that camera. Is he's flying it? Is he? I'm confused. Who's doing what?
The chap in the high-vis vest is the guy flying it. He's the pilot.
Yeah.
Fully licensed, I might add.
Right.
And Leo is the cameraman operating the camera.
That's quite a good job. That's quite a good job if you're the operator of a camera that's on a drone, because you don't have to, like these Beavis and Button keep complaining their arms are hurting or whatever.
True.
He'll be fine.
They're lightweights.
All right, well, good to chat. I'll leave you to your important work of just stood behind two people staring at a camera.
Thanks, Tim.
Whoa. Filming me? It's like a swarm of bees. See, I always worry I'm in shot, but you don't know because you don't know where the camera's pointing. That's cool though, isn't it? Isn't that cool? See, soon even camera people won't be used. Everything will be robots. You better be out of a job.
The stability of the drone whilst in flight and the expertise of both its operator and camera operator all culminate in eventually creating some epic shots. Like when it accidentally caught driver Jim sliding off the track. His lawyers would like to point out that this was due to the extremely wet surface and not dodgy driving skills. Even a group of people stood around in a field filming a behind-the-scenes show can be made to look far more dramatic via the power of the drone and some appropriate background music. I actually look quite beautiful from a distance. And talking of beauty, we have more intense filming of the R8 to complete before moving on to the Mustang convertible and the BMW M4. This all has to be completed in really bad weather conditions before it gets dark and with me getting in the way a lot. Today I'm here at a secret track that may or may not be Castle Combe to go fully behind the scenes of another big onlymotors shoot that obviously involves beasts like the Audi R8. As well as giving you an insight into what goes into these types of films, I'm also apparently annoying the rest of my colleagues.
Apparently they're having a serious chat about the drone here, so I'll just go and join in.
Okay, so what should we get? So what sort of speed should we get Jamie to do? Just like 20?
Yeah, a little less, 15.
15, 20?
Just take him down there.
15, maybe 20. Is Jamie driving too fast, guys?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really the
Do
issue.
you need him to drive slower? Is that the thing?
Like, it's just a blur at the moment. It's just literally like filming the Flash.
Yeah. Well, if you guys struggle with it, I've brought my own quadcopter that I could. Yeah. So you know, you know, if you're having problems keeping up with Jamie, but see, mine's a bit different. You know, it's like when you get into a different car.
Yours a bit smaller though, isn't it?
Well, it's not about how big it is, it's what you do with it, as you well know. So for those who are watching at home, this is behind the scenes. What's your name and what do you do?
My name's Dean Frussell, and I'm doing cameras today. We've been out getting drenched on in the rain.
You're the one with the big van and loads of equipment. Can I go in your van a bit later on and have a play?
Yeah, have a little go.
Just have
probably just to dry off.
Press any buttons. That's fine.
The heater on, I think, is probably recommended.
So how long have you been in the camera game, as it were?
Since I was 14.
Right.
14. Yeah.
What you
I made tea and carried tripods and stuff like that, and then someone let me hold a camera. I think when I was a little bit older.
So 7 years, yeah? See what I did there?
I like you.
I've heard.
Taller than me, but it's all right.
And so you've been doing it quite a while, and you've won awards and stuff like that, yeah?
Yeah.
So, all right, have you got a Mobo?
No.
Have you got a TV Quick?
No.
Oscar?
No.
What have you really won any awards, or are you just like, no, come on. So tell us some awards. Show how flash you are with your massive cameras.
I've won a lot of what are called IBC awards, RTS awards,
Yeah.
D&AD awards. They're for advertising.
Right.
RTS is a Royal Television Society.
Duke of Edinburgh?
No, I've got 800 metre swimming badge. So.
Did you do the thing?
And I did the thing when you swim in your gym.
And you swim in your Jim Jones and pick
I did that and pick a brick up. Yeah. So
See?
I've got some of that. And
This is.
my mum sewed the little badge on the trunks.
This is the kind of people we've now got working on onlymotors, so the future is bright, the future is Duke of Edinburgh. Swimming, yeah.
And little did we know how relevant the phrase, "the future is swimming," would actually become, as now the weather has taken a turn for the wetter. But with 3 cars to be shot before the day is done, there's no rest for the absolutely soaking. Cameraman Dean is now strapping himself onto the front of the tracking vehicle in preparation for close-up moving shots. This is why myself and camera woman Emily are strapping ourselves into the back to get the full-on behind-the-scenes experience. If only someone could have handed me a cushion to prevent wet bottom syndrome. Oh, cheers! More of a case of wetter late than never, as the rain continues to hammer down, making filming extremely difficult. Still, always up for a ride around a racetrack.
It's absolutely chucking it down, and look how foggy it is, so I don't know what kind of shots we're going to get. And obviously, the faster you go in this kind of vehicle, the colder it gets. So obviously they're getting a different shot to what we're getting. I tell you what, Emily, just turn round and feel the rain in your face.
At the moment,
Yeah.
it's not a great angle for me to film Tim here.
So we're filming us.
Filming us.
Us. Yeah. It's kind of.
C100
Yes, that's the camera.
A new iPhone. What iPhone is this then?
iPhone 7 Plus, massive for my massive hands.
Yeah, there you go.
The weird thing is with these iPhones, I never know what the camera is. That the camera? Oh, there you go. Hello. This isn't too bad. It's just really cold, isn't it?
This actually looks better because I can see the view.
I wonder if I hold this up. If I can see. There you go.
I can't see it now.
There's Jim driving the car. I don't know whether we can see the cameraman. No, because he's on his knees apparently at the front of the car where they're getting those kind of shots. There's Emily filming my elbow.
No, I'm filming the camera.
So we're driving around the secret location that is, well, it's Castle Combe. I think you've gathered that by now.
Despite it being extremely foggy and extremely wet, the R8 followed by the tracking vehicle complete lap after lap after lap with precision driving from both parties. Basically, it takes hours and hours of footage to eventually achieve minutes of quality shots. It's now a race against time to film all the cars and to see who gets pneumonia first. Dean, myself, or Emily.
Okay, so myself and Emily, the camera lady, say hello. We're on the back of the tracking car that is filming the car that. Oh, my head's in the way. But Jim's driving the car up front. The camera guy is up front filming the back of the R8, and obviously we're just going round and round the circuit in the pouring rain. It's quite foggy. It's quite a beautiful day to do it, isn't it, Em?
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. And you know, you've obviously as a camera lady, you've been on the back of some vehicles in your time. How does this compare?
We've had better weather.
Yeah, weather.
But the nice comfy seat that we're on is quite great.
It's much better now because earlier on we sat down and we forgot to put the cushion under our backside, shall I put it? So we now have, what's the politest way of putting it? Wet arses. There's the car again. Oh, that's a GoPro, I think. Or if I hold, there you go. That's it. They're getting much better shots than I am, but that's because they're professional camera people with awards and I'm just a bloke holding an iPhone 7 Plus. And away he goes, into the distance.
Apparently it takes years and years of training and skill to become the perfect tracking vehicle driver. So I guess we should find out more about ours.
I want to interrupt, but Jim's chatting to him at the moment.
Just 1 second, I'm talking to the boss for 1 second.
Oh, okay, yeah, no worries. You chat to the boss. See, that's the thing about behind the scenes. You try and run and gun it and get in, but if they're chatting to the boss, there's nothing I can do. And we're just waiting for 1 second. Actually, he's chatting to the boss. He's chatting to Jamie. He's chatting to Jim. Why am I bothered about that? Oh, now it's looking serious. Look, I'll show you. He's got his serious face on. I could possibly get fired.
This was actually a carpool karaoke for in-house for AMBBBDO.
They're chatting about really serious stuff. So what I think we'll do is we'll have a musical break where you see me doing some slow-mo in a puddle, and then we'll cut back to me chatting to him. Dangerous Dave.
Currently, you're watching me talk Tim dancing in a puddle. Behind the scenes will resume as soon as the tracking man lets me talk to him.
Good to meet you. Sorry to interrupt when you were doing like serious business chatting and whatever.
No
so what is your official title here on this shoot?
I suppose camera tracking vehicle technician.
Camera tracking vehicle technician, that's a lot of words.
Or camera tracking or tracking technician.
And do you have to be a skilled driver for that, I would imagine?
Absolutely, yeah. I've been doing this for a long, long time.
Well, I have to say, when I was sat on the back of the tracking vehicle, I felt quite safe. Although, you know, you could have sorted out a cushion earlier, otherwise I wouldn't have a wet bottom now.
Well, I didn't want you to sit on there forever.
Well, I tell you, it's a tough life, this working in the rain.
That's part of love, that wet arse.
Well, the fact you brought me a cushion, it was nice. And I've been asking everyone about this. Conditions not the greatest today.
No,
have
terrible,
you?
up against it, really.
Yeah. Do you find it? Obviously, it's easy to drive in the rain, but when you're trying to get what the cameraman needs as well, does it?
Oh, the car completely changes in all the track's wet, and you just have to be a bit more cautious.
Yeah.
I mean, we are up against the weather, absolutely.
Up against the weather, up against the elements, up against everything.
Absolutely.
And you had me on the back of it.
Yeah, well, that's why I kind of started going wrong.
Oh, he's blaming me now, seriously. Well, hopefully it might clear up, but looking like it is, it's unlikely.
Unlikely. Yeah.
Nice to chat to you, Dave.
Marvelous,
Cheers.
thank you. Nice to meet you.
Just film, just carry on filming him so he feels awkward in his own tracking vehicle.
Here at Castle Combe on yet another Only Motors shoot, the heavy downpours have started to calm down, which means the Aragon drone can once again return to action, and this time concentrate on the BMW M4. Similar to using the tracking vehicle, this requires expert operation in order to achieve the perfect shots. As this is the behind-the-scenes show, and we can't give you too much of the incredible footage, here's a crow contemplating whether to fly or not. And while the crow contemplates, the crew attempt to squeeze in a spot of lunch.
Obviously, the thing about these shoots is, obviously, every now and again, people need to have a break and have a bit of food. Fellas are just having a bit of a snack. It's not for behind the scenes, but obviously, I get a bit hungry now and again. Brie and grape. Who eats brie and grape? I'm from Wolverhampton. They put grapes in with cheese. Is that actual? Really? Yeah, but it's got double cheese and onion here. Has anyone got just single cheese and onion? Might be a bit too much for me if I double up on cheese.
Is it double cheese and single onion, or is it double cheese and double onion?
That's a good point. I don't know. What's in these?
Cheese.
Cheese. Oh, okay. Right. I might leave it for now. I might even try a grape, but if it's got bits of cheese on it, I don't think I can do it. I'm very much a basic. What's the phrase? Palette, that's it. That's the word I was searching for. Maybe you should do the presenting an old film. It might be easier.
Nah, nothing's ever easy on these shoots. Like trying to have a break and grab a sandwich when there's always something happening behind the scenes. These camera people just don't leave me alone.
Hey Tim! Check this out!
Nobody told me I had to run in behind the scenes. I'm trying to have a bacon roll here. What's going on here? Have we got another car? Someone delivering a car? Is the back going to drop out a bit like Marty McFly in Back to the Future when the car comes out? Here we go, and it does as well. Whoever's doing this behind the scenes edit, can you put a bit of Back to the Future music on now and some smoke? Duck? Duck! Yet another car arriving to the big secret shoot at the secret location. Thanks, mate. Oh, that's a beauty. Is it full of petrol? What? Is the tank full?
No, just on half.
Oh, just on a half. Oh, okay. Say what? Where have you seen me? Well, I've been around. I don't know. What have you seen me on?
Somewhere.
Really? Yeah. Hopefully not Crime Watch or something like that. Then I'll be a bit concerned about that. Okay, so we've got half a tank of petrol in it, so that's all right. Behind the scenes is so difficult that you have to have your lunch while filming everything, because like, even though the guys are now having a bit of a rest and it's chucking down, we have to continue just so you, the viewer, can experience all the big things that are happening in 2017, even though currently it's still 2016. Just another motor I ordered. So it's currently got half a tank of petrol. By the time we finish
with the arrival of the Mustang convertible, it's all hands on deck. And yes, I'm using nautical terms due to the fact it's literally like sailing a boat out there. Despite the rain causing a plethora of problems for our crew, the whole team are determined to get what we came for.
What's going on now? What's going on now?
Well, hopefully,
Dean?
We've got the Mustang, we've done the back shots of the Mustang.
Yeah.
And we need to shoot the front of the Mustang. So I don't know if you noticed, but this platform was actually mounted on the front earlier.
Ah, yeah, so you've stuck it on the back
So
now.
swap the platform round.
Right, yeah.
And then drop the air out the suspension in a minute so we can get a little bit lower, because I like to go as low as possible. And shoot the front, which is the only car now I think that we haven't got front shots for off here. So I'm strapped in, get down low.
So you'd be quite low to the ground?
Yeah, I try and get as low as possible, because when you see the ground go underneath the camera,
right,
it gives you a good feeling of speed. So
that'd be an outstanding shot. But have you ever accidentally grazed your face as a result of being too close?
Worse than, I did a shot on the front once when we were on an advert.
Yeah.
And it was for a Golf GTI advert, and we were going so fast, all the dirt and the stuff that was coming off the back of the wheels, I could feel it at the time. When I got back, my face was all cut like little things.
So it's a dangerous job.
Yeah, that's when we got safety glasses actually, but I only had them on that.
Oh, because I saw people wearing all these glasses, and I just thought they were trying to be cool, because they're all like tinted or whatever. Everyone's walking around like.
Some pairs of them are tinted, but they're actually just safety glasses to protect your eyeballs.
Okay.
In case something stone comes up of the car.
When I was on the backing track, I was given no safety glasses.
Because you're on the back, so you've got a car in the way.
Oh yeah. Right.
So that should protect your face just about.
Well, my face needs as much protection as it can get.
So we had a car in the way. You know, they're crash tested as well.
Well, that's nice to know. Anyway, well, I won't keep you. Good luck with kneeling. I see you've got a pillow as well, although that's soaking.
Yeah, got a pillow, yeah. Yeah.
Hot showers all round tonight, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Maybe a lens tip.
With both members of the behind-the-scenes camera crew filming the intricacies of the Mustang shoot, this not only means you get to fully experience how it's really done, but you also don't have to deal with my ugly mug for a while. While in constant communication with Dave, the tracking vehicle driver, and driver Jim in the Mustang, Dean now must orchestrate where he wants the car and at what speed. Filming a moving subject from a moving object is not only an art, but a skill that faces new challenges on each and every shoot. While both vehicles continually drive around the track, Dean basically battles with all the variables to achieve moments when his camera and the Mustang are both in the right place at the right time. With constant crew communication and regular tweaking of frame and camera settings, every effort is made to achieve these perfect moments of synergy. And when these moments occur, where for a few fleeting seconds the car on film looks incredible, the whole crew just keeps on going, as hopefully there's always a better shot just around the corner. With only a few hours of daylight left, there's still a fair amount of filming to be done here at Castle Combe. I've just heard that the crew are attempting to involve the local wildlife in their next shot. So once again, it's time to put my behind-the-scenes hat on, leave no stone unturned, access all areas, plus other cliches, and check out this crazy action.
Apparently they're trying to work on a specific shot, which is like an action shot, where Jim is driving the R8.
Actually, it's the BMW.
How can I put this? Crows are quietly just doing their own thing, but they don't want to obviously harm any animals, but they just want to scare them a bit. So you see some dramatic shots of the crows just basically going mental because like a car's driven past. So I believe that's what's about to happen. These guys over here are about to film that. As you can see, the crows are just basically being crows, just crowing about, doing what crows do. They're all quite gentle at the moment, but soon an R8 might burn past them and scare the crow.
To be exact, it's the BMW M4. They told me the wrong car.
I don't know where he is.
As driver Jim prepares to zoom past a murder of crows and not murder them, will this be the most dramatic shot ever seen on television?
Crows don't seem to be bothered at the moment, but are they gonna? Yep, look, there they go, there. That crow didn't even move. They're like hardcore crows.
Not the greatest piece of television ever, but in terms of documenting how hardcore crows are, spot on.
Yeah, pretty much you'd be in the shot. Hey, they're going for it again. Crows! No, it's not having it. Crows, we need a dramatic shot. That one was literally by the wheel and he was like, whatever, R8, seen him before, not bothered, I'm a crow.
It's a BMW!
It's so annoying, you know, when you want that dramatic nature shot of metal versus nature, where are a load of blue ticks when you need it? Because they scare really easily. Is it possible to get deaf crows? Maybe they're all just deaf, they can't even think, they're just like, oh, whatever. He's just going to drive into the crows. Oh, he's doing some smoke. And that crow is still not moving, even though we're filming a dramatic wheel spin smoky shot. Just like to point out that no animals were hurt in the making of the behind the scenes making of, due to the fact that they're all deaf.
Thanks, that's great. Good. Yeah, great, thank you. Just hold it there a sec, just don't move.
That's a wrap on Crows Don't Scare Easily shot.
A wrap on the tyre.
Oh, they're smoking quite nicely actually.
The car stopped when please take it to a dealer.
Hang on. The car just said what?
The car said, can you please take it back to a dealer, there is a problem.
Yeah, the problem was you were spinning it around like
the problem is me.
Has it calmed down now? I tell you what, it's warm by the tyres. Hey, if you're cold, team, pop over by the tyres.
As the BMW continues to do laps of the track and the crows continue to... Oh, now it moves! About time I caught up with Leo, the cameraman, who so far has managed to constantly avoid me.
I know I'm annoying because I'm one of those behind the scenes, but can I ask you what you're actually doing at the moment? What's your name, by the way?
Leo.
Tim. Leo, what do you do? What's your title?
I do camera operator, similar to you.
Yeah. No, I just walk around asking people questions when they're trying to do serious stuff.
And I do Steadicam.
Oh, Steadicam, okay.
And drone.
Okay. I
don't fly. I don't like flying.
But you do the camera on the drone.
Yes.
So how difficult is that when you're relying on somebody else sort of moving the camera, as it were?
It's not too bad. You just got to know the person really.
So
we work together a lot.
With your flyer, as it were, do you have like a relationship a bit similar to the Chuckle Brothers? Like
Similar, yeah.
Well, no, not like in a comedic way, but they both know.
I've got to know if he starts to go down with the drone. I've got to go up with the headroom and all that kind of stuff. So you just learn what he's doing.
And also with the drone's been it's not ideal conditions, is it?
No,
but you
water.
Yeah, because because I've seen it. It's an incredible piece of kit, but.
It's great. It's weather dependent.
So next shoot we do Barbados, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll all be happy then.
We've just come back from there.
I do. You came back from Barbados doing a shoot over there,
Mystique,
and then you have to come to this secret location that we're not supposed to mention is Castle Combe.
It's pretty secret.
Oh well, you know.
Anyway,
hopefully.
I'm going to go and carry on.
Yeah. Sorry, I do tend to get in the way, but you carry on. Crack on. See, he's extremely excited because he gets to come on this huge Only Motors shoot after coming back from Barbados. As you can tell, he's really happy. When can I go to Barbados?
Probably the highlight of his day meeting me. With the fog dissipating and the rain holding off for the moment, the guys waste no time in getting the drone out again, as they're desperate to utilise this window of opportunity. As aerial footage of the BMW M4 still needs to be completed, driver Jim is waiting patiently at the wheel for the drone to get into position. Although a completely different experience to being filmed by the tracking vehicle, communication between all parties is once again essential. At any one time, where he needs to be and what he needs to be doing. Now, usually with drone footage, you get stunning shots of the subject. But as this is behind the scenes, how about stunning shots of the drone filming the subject? Unfortunately, as this is behind the scenes, and the big boys don't want us to give too much away, we have to keep what we show to a minimum. But cutting room floor footage of driver Jim mucking around with wheel spins will definitely give you a rough idea. The flexibility of the drone means the camera can literally move and weave around the subject wherever it needs to be, without any risk of the operator being run over, which I believe is a bonus for all concerned. For the first time in many hours, the bad weather seems to have calmed down now, which is great news for the crew and also for me, as they forgot to employ someone to hold my umbrella. And while the filming continues on the track, one man responsible for checking all the footage is back in the van. So let's go and meet him, shall we?
Yeah, what's your name?
My name's Jack.
Jack, what do you do officially on this shoot?
I'm in charge of keeping that going.
So this is your van? Can I have a look in your van?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not actually mine though.
This is Dean's van, but you're kind of utilising it at the moment.
It's a bit messy at the moment.
Oh, don't worry about hoovering up. You know, you should see the state of my flat. Oh,
Kicks
okay.
off, it's all go, go, go.
So what happens in here?
Well, what happens here is we get the cards from the cameras.
Yeah.
They go in the readers.
Okay.
And then we basically back them up to several different destinations, like 3 destinations. So
Yeah.
we've got 3 copies.
Stick them all on different hard drives because, like, as we all know in this industry, you know, one hard drive dies. That's it. If you've only got it on.
I mean, the shelf life of a hard drive isn't that long.
It's like having your suitcase. If you don't understand TV, it's like having your suitcase nicked with all your clothes in that you've just bought. But if you lose a So you're backing all that up.
So backing it all up, I'm putting a little bit of a look to it if the cameras aren't matching. Just a rough one though, because it's very rough.
So you kind of rough editing just as a kind of suggestion of
Yeah, as in Dean. So Dean will have an idea of how he wants it to look.
Right.
He'll tell me, or he'll put in the preset, and then I'll apply it to each clip to make sure they roughly look the same, so you can do a quick edit.
What's it like as a cameraman being filmed by other people on the cameras? Do you look at them and think, I'm better than you?
It doesn't. It's not my most comfortable place to be this side of the camera.
Well, you're doing well, and to be honest, you've been very chatty, so I appreciate that. Thanks very much. And is there any buttons that I shouldn't press?
The big red one.
I don't press the big red one. All right then. We'll press it when he's not here. We'll let back. Yeah. All right.
With the film shoot drawing to a close in just under an hour or so, there's just a bit of time left for Dean and the rest of the crew to squeeze in the last of the shots they haven't already completed. Despite weather conditions creating a multitude of problems and not making things easy, everyone seems fairly positive regarding what we have achieved. Although it's always good to get it straight from the horse's mouth, as they say.
So it's nearly at the end of the day, and ironically, it stopped raining. See, that's the beauty of filming. You never know when it's going to chuck it down. Well, you could look at weather apps, but to be honest, it said it was only going to be rain for an hour today. Jimmy's still driving round, even though I think the quadcopter's actually filming in there, but we've got very little time left because obviously we're losing light, and you know, obviously we could film with lights, but then it'd be different to the stuff we shot earlier. The boys are just winding down here. How do you think it went today, boys?
We were just having that conversation.
Yeah, well,
we can have that conversation together if you want to.
Access all areas, Kevin and Dean.
We were just saying, because based upon the weather, you couldn't have had a worse day weather-wise.
Yeah, it's been tough weather-wise, definitely, yeah.
And whether we could have done things any better or any differently, based upon the weather, and we don't think we could have. That was what we came down to. I think in the end, we don't think we probably could have. But yeah, it's grey. So the thing is, when it rains, that can look really cool.
Yeah.
But you want mega rain. You want absolute mega rain,
for filming purposes, yeah.
And then it looks cool. If it snows, that can also look good.
Yeah.
But when it sort of drizzles and goes grey, it's neither one thing or another, because that's not like Sexy Rain. It's not like
I'm not sure what Sexy Rain is, but
you know, like Crimson Tide, when they're all stood there in the rain, and then there's that and the other, and the rain's coming off their hats, and
Sexy Rain.
Yeah, Sexy Rain, or Blade Runner. That's Sexy Rain.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah,
I don't know how, but hey, let's go outside. It's Sexy Rain.
So yeah, so we haven't quite had Sexy Rain, and we sort of had drizzle, and that kind of greyness, and the problem is we've got a silver car and a silver BMW, which is almost the same colour as the sky today.
Yeah, we pointed that out earlier. It's just unfortunate. The weather slightly put a dampener on it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
But you know, ultimately, I think everyone's put a lot of effort into it. Apart from the bloke who bought the cheese and grape sandwiches. Who has grapes with cheese in a sandwich? I don't get that.
I'm not so sure about them. So catering, not up to the same level as everyone else.
Well, yeah, you know, they bought some Jaffa cakes, but they'd been eaten by the time I got there, so I was gutted. But
you can live on Jaffa cakes.
You can, 100%.
Yeah, and someone told me as well that because there's 1,200 calories in a pack.
Yeah.
So that could be, you could have a Jaffa cake diet.
You just cover it forever.
Just eat Jaffa cakes, a pack a day.
And finally, biscuit or cake, Jaffas.
It's a cake, isn't it?
No, it's a biscuit as far as I'm concerned. Well, on that note, we'll beg to differ, but good to work with you, man.
Actually, I will keep doing. Next time, let's do it somewhere warm.
Yeah, we're off to Barbados. So there you go. Hopefully you've enjoyed a little sneak preview of the future of Only Motors, what is happening as we move forward into 6th gear. See what I did there? Little like gear joke, all that with that hand, wouldn't it? Yep, so that was a sneak preview. And if you're thinking, well, you've been doing all these flashy shots, you've had all this equipment, what actually happened? Well, from this sneak preview, let's have another sneak preview of what you can look forward to in the future. Hopefully someone can give me a lift home now.